Hello everyone, my name is Dana Bonnik, the head instructor of Kala System. First of all, I want to apologize for my breathing. I have some health problem. Don't worry, no corona. Thank God, all okay. Okay, so excuse me for this breathing all the time, but I'm sure you will understand my message. So today I will talk about self-defense industry and self-defense. It's when we talk about self-defense, of course, the first system come to our mind is a Krav Maga, because Krav Maga are known as the one of the best self-defense system around the world. If it's true, completely not. Actually, it's more close to be false. For people who don't know me, I'm Idana Bonnik. I say I not like to say founder of Kala System. For me, Kala System, it's a gift from God. I can say head instructor of Kala System. I'm traveling around the world already, 17 years, training from Krav Maga organizations, Krav Maga instructors, special forces, law enforcement, security personnel, and hundreds of thousands of individuals. 17 years is quite enough time for me to do this vlog. Now, self-defense, okay, organization around the world, okay, the majority of them, okay, they are under category self-defense, business self-defense. And then you have a small group, majority, they are really in the under category, okay, life-saving self-defense, but it's a small part. I'm talking about today the majority, business self-defense. Okay, so let's start a little bit from beginning. Like I say, I'm traveling around the world, and like I say, I am invited about so many Krav Maga organizations and Krav Maga schools. And all the time when I arriving to this Krav Maga school organization, when they meet me the first time, it's always the same results. I explain. When I'm starting a seminar and I open a seminar, I always like to ask the guy, the instructor, okay, to be volunteer, and I will attack him, and I want to see how he will respond. And I'm always, when I'm attacking someone, I'm looking to see if his response is realistic, if he's not basically give up quickly, okay? And if I attack him with a cold weapon, if the injury he gets is not fatal injuries, what is pointless from him even to continue. Of course, we do it with a plastic knife or a plastic battle. The results, ladies and gentlemen, is the same. The result, this person or instructor cannot apply his defense basically almost like zero. The moment he get the overwhelming attack, the realistic attack, yeah, no matter if it's a knife or gunpoint or punch or whatever, basically all his technical abilities fly out from the window. Now, this is not his fault, okay? Definitely not. And we return back to this business self-defense. The majority of them are businessmen, okay? They want the money, okay? They want the money, and more money is better, okay? So because I'm traveling around the world, I create a network of former Krav Maga instructors, expert level, expert 2 level, and that level, and in different countries, and they showed me the curriculum of the course, what they learn in the course, okay? Now, of course, they have the movement, the curriculum of the movement, what they got to learn, and then they have the section of the business strategy. How to keep the student happy, how to make your class comfortable for the student, how to make your student come back, how to sell your student merchandise, how to sell him the belts, how you need to pay money every month to your head school or your head organization, and this how much you need to pay, and this how you and this how much you take from your student, and this how much you pay to us, how you do marketing, how you do business plan. And then you look at this curriculum, and then I'm looking basically on how they teach also the move, So they have this formula to teach self-defense without scare your student, without overwhelm him or she, because he need to come back. He need to pay the money every month, okay? And the head organization very worried about that. The head organization don't care you in the school if you teach crap techniques, okay? He don't care. He, end of the month, get his payment, okay, from this school. That's it. This is what he want. If he don't get the payment, if he not get what he want, then he will call and send email and hey, what's going on, and X and Y and Z, and it's basically almost like remind me a mafia kind of way to do business. Okay, maybe no, okay, maybe it's not a mafia because I cannot say it's a mafia because also McDonald's working like that. Okay, if you have a merchandise, you open a branch, then you pay, but it's basically business, pure business relationship. And then I see, okay, I see the curriculum of what they teach, and I ask, how much hours you train per day. So some people say they train 9-10 hours a day, and they go, most of them, if it's a Krav Maga organization, some of them going to Israel to do this, instructor course, say 10 hours a day. They say, yeah, 10 hours a day. They say to me, why you say that? I say, why you so surprised? They say to me, I say 10 hours a day. Okay, and when you finish the 10 hours a day, how you feel? No, I say, okay, we're sweating a little bit, that we do the move, not too aggressive, we spar a little bit, not too aggressive, and then the test, they're standing with the application, with iPad or whatever, and they see if our technical ability is correct, if our movement is correct, if our presentation of the move is correct, and this is how basically we measure if we're passing the course. And that is the most problematic. This is why School of Self-Defense, the majority, look how they look today. Okay, so basically how they look like almost like it reminds me like almost like a club, fitness club. Okay, the school have large amount of students. The students have this false confidence, okay, of they can defend themselves. Okay, most of the students will come with this merchandise T-shirt, okay, Krav Maga, if you can touch me, you get the class for free. We do bad things for bad people and all this. I call it false brainwash and ego, and and then you see how they train. It's just, sometimes when I see how they train and what he said in the t-shirt, I feel like to say to him, listen, my man, if you want to train like that, at least take the t-shirt off, because what all these rough words not even represent how you train or how you teach. But again, okay, as instructor will be happy when his class is full. Then he got to relax and happy. And that's what I'm fighting personally for the last 17 years. And if I will stop to fight, absolutely not. Okay, now, I don't say, and I'm not trying to say to make money is a sin. No, it's not. I understand everybody want to make a living. I understand everybody have a bill to pay. I understand that. I don't have any issue with that. I have an issue to take something so brutal called self-defense, basically. Okay, self-defense is something brutal. It's something very not nice. Okay, to take this reality and to make it so pink, so sugary, so sweet to the student for him to feel comfortable and stay. And to stay in the class and come every month because you just want his money. And I'm talking now also for my mistake. I be in that boat. Okay? When I start Kala very raw, very rough, hard. Even things like if I could return back the wheel back, maybe I don't do. I don't know. Maybe actually these things make the Kala better, because sometimes with the mistake, it's also you make it better, but also the extreme stuff I done make, I think, Kala what, by grace of God, what it's become. I remember I used to be very raw. Yeah, I used to use real knife. People used to cut me, cut, fighting, loaded gun. Really, okay? Not proud of that, not how to show off. I just try to put in your mind how I start, my passion is to bring something real to the self-defense industry. But then, like everybody else, okay, also fail. In some, after, also when I be so rough, so hard, I never have a full class, okay, never, okay. And then people come to me, say, Dan, you need to calm down, okay, put the image in the front, okay, put image, okay, and slow down the attention. Boom, suddenly everything is, for me, big studio, full students, but every time I'm coming in the class, I give training and something here feel no good, because I understand, I feel this is not what God to save the life. This is not what, first of all, this is not what God, my calling in my life. And secondly, okay, I'm teaching here just to build ego. But thank God I get out from this boat. I decide, no, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested. I still want to invest in people's life. I want to train them hard, not because I want to break them, not because I want to be nasty to them, because I want to give them the chance to survive. The chance to survive the unexpected, okay? And by grace of God and thank to God, if you follow me on Facebook, how many students, me personally, I have, okay, survived brutal attack. How much time I post on Facebook. It's been so brutal, it's even been the newspaper and TV show, etc. I'm not trying to show off. I'm just trying to show what should self-defense should to be. But every time I used to basically present the reality, not even the Kala, the reality to this Krav Maga instructor organization in the first they meet me, it's almost be like a response of this guy never faced something like that in an instructor course. And no matter if it's the expert level, okay, and we got to talk about this now, or what level, it's like almost like freezing. It's almost look at me like, why you attack me like that? You know? Now, I don't say if somebody will attack me, I will not struggle to apply the move. And I be attacked before, okay? I be challenged before many times, okay? I never managed to do my move perfect, but I arrive to the results I want. I managed to go to my move. After I get the first punch, second punch, I managed to go to the move. If I get the first step, second step, I managed to go to my principle of defense. I never freeze. I never, let's say, give up, and I never get steps when they'll be so fatal, okay? Never. So, I'm not Rambo, I'm a human being. And because I'm a human being, I'm training hard. And because the people I train, okay, I always remind them, we're training hard just because we are human beings. If we be superheroes and we have a special power, we don't need to train hard, okay? But we don't. So we need to train hard. And in the other organization, the business self-defense, all of them superheroes. They believe they are superheroes. They really believe. I promise you. If somebody believes block and punch will solve the problem, then you really believe a superhero. Okay? Or push kick, or one push kick, or all this technical movement, all this almost like politically correct, movement, I call them, then you live in illusion. But I understand why they put the illusion, because it's a business. The business first. Business first, life of the student second. It should to be opposite. Now, if people say that, if I put it opposite, okay, I'm blessed, we have so many Kala schools around the world, and I put one goal in my eyes, okay? The schools of Kala must to be the same, more or less the same level, okay? Meaning, that is the way, reality. And everybody, oh, Idan, I don't have enough students. Oh, Idan, what I do? And I said to the guy, I'm not a businessman. Do you want to make money? Then find another things to make money. Yeah, don't try to make money if you real for yourself and your student. If you start to make money from self-defense, yeah, if you make money from self-defense, you are basically decide to dilute and to take the level of aggression and to take the reality out from your training. If you see you start to make then this is what you do. And I always say to my schools, Okay, I'm not interested in that. Okay, I say when you do Kala instructor course, I'm not talking about business. I'm not talking to you about money. I'm talking to you about how to teach, bring the reality to your training, remind you you're a human being. When we do instructor course, the instructor course is hard, very hard, because when you finish the instructor course and you're standing in front of someone, your student, your first student, you know, first of all, when you know what you go through to become instructor, and when you have a student in front of you, you don't have a wallet in front of you, you have a human life in front of you, and you feel and you know the responsibility you have to teach him self-defense. And you will give everything for him, okay? Because you go through some rough, hard course, and you understand that is the reality. And I know it's very difficult to make money in that way, okay? But money should not to be your first priority. Your first priority, if you teach self-defense, is human being life. And if you bring self-defense to your school, yeah, if you bring real self-defense to your school, so if you have 80 people in your school, or you have 40 people in your class, and you bring real self-defense, then it's never going to be 40 in the class anymore. Because human being, okay, like to feel is good. He like to feel is always win. He don't like to get pain. He don't like to get abused. He don't like to get shouted. But the reality don't care what you like. And this is exactly what the other organization do, but they're doing opposite. Reality is out. They will show you like, oh, check this video of reality. It's amazing sometimes. They will show you the reality, like CCTV footage, and they will analyze it and talk about this hours, and then they will stop, and then they will show techniques or principle of defense completely far away what they see about 20 minutes ago. So, again, in my experience of 17 years traveling around the world again, the self-defense industry, it's full of false confidence. The majority of the people, I talk about instructors, not even be able to defend themselves. I think the majority of them are very nice, technical, correct. You know, when people attack you with not any realism, then you can be very technical. Your technical ability is unbelievable. And I'm also sad to say, but it's almost like everything is false. Even the friendships, they say, family and friendships is also false. Also false. If you not pay, you're not friends anymore. If you challenge the techniques or the principle, you're not a friend anymore. If you are good school and somebody challenge your techniques or your principle, learn from that, okay? And if somebody said to you, hey, let me show you something else, and you say, you're not bringing this here, we don't do this thing, this is not allowed here, Nothing to say about that. So, and again, guys, I meet so many instructors and so many titles, expert and masters, and this expert cannot even defend themselves. These masters cannot even defend themselves because they already because the moment, how they arrive to this title anyway. Expert. Let's talk about this expert level. For me, expert is like the word expert, expertise. What the F? Expertise. I'm expert in self-defense. I'm expert. I can teach you knife attack. Are you fucking expert? Because somebody tell you you're expert? And people say, yeah, what? I 10 years in Krav Maga, get expert. You're not 10 years in fucking Krav Maga. You're not even 15 years or 10 years. I explain. When you study to become a doctor, okay, and a doctor get his certificate, this doctor go every day for his next 7 years, every day, I don't know for how many hours, for long hours, to study. Study, test, study, test, study, test, study, test. And this doctor can't say to his lecturer or his teacher, this subject, I'm not feel comfortable. It's too difficult for me. But I pay money for the university, so please do something for me. Do it more easy, and I can pay more if you want. Just make it easy. You will understand my point just now. This doctor work his ass off. He can say himself he's a doctor. He can save. He get this authority. He can treat people. He basically have the ability to save people's life. But in the self-defense, what is also save people's life, if you think about that, people become an expert. I'm 8 years, 10 years. How many you train, Mr. Expert, for these 8 years? Are you trained every day for 8 hours? Or you train 2 times a week for 1 hour? So all this illusion, you are 8 years, okay? You're not training 8 years. You 8 years in an organization. You train 2 hours per week or 3 hours per week, yeah? Okay? Your head instructor see you are so patient and you're good, and he see, oh, he can make me a lot of money. This is why you become fucking expert. How many times I hear people in this industry pay extra money, yeah, to pass this test? How many of this organization even pass the people because they pay money? Because I pass him because he will pay me more money. This is the first object, or is the first things in front of the eyes of the head instructor of the head organization. Pass him. He can bring good money. He have a good English. His human relations is 100%. His business. Pass him. Do you know how many experts I meet in my life? Do you know how many experts I test? The guy is like, what's happened here? Expert level 1, and it's not their fault. It's the fault of the head. What I call this business self-defense. So, if you're into business, okay, and you want to make a business on human being life, then it's the way to go. Go make money. Well done. But if your mind and you want to train people for real self-defense, it's very difficult to do this research, but you have a few out there. Still keep it real. But it's real. When you go there, it's not got to be ego. When you go there, you don't see class booming of 40, 50 people in the class. It's always got to be a small class. But when you go there, you got to feel real. Real is not mean perfect. Perfect is not exist. Real and perfect, they are not connected to each other. We cannot be perfect. And to say and to get to a level, you said to yourself, you're expert in self-defense, you are more arrogant, nothing else. To give these titles of expert, to say what expert and masters in self-defense, you are more arrogant from nothing else. Always stay a student, yeah, okay? Good to hear people's opinion, but the most important opinion is the reality. Look to the reality. Even if the reality is scary, even if the reality is brutal, look into the reality. Here's some advice. I don't say be like, I can't hear, I can't see. Here, not a problem, but always measure what you hear from this instructor, what he teach you, to the reality. Always measure that. The reality is our head instructor. And it must be like that. To say yourself you're expert or master or other titles, in my opinion, you fucking have a big ego. Big ego. To say you're expert, oh my word. Okay guys, I hope it helped you. Take your time to watch this video. This is my vlog of, the first vlog of self-defense. God bless you, Kala System.